It's kind of the start of a new art project. I wanted to make a texture pack for Minecraft with the ballpoint pen hand-drawn art style because I recently drew an image of a Minecraft world in that art style, and some friend pointed out how cool it would be if there was a texture pack just like that. And yeah, so I'm starting to make that right now. And I have some concerns about it because I calculated and there are like 3000 textures in Minecraft which I could all make. But yeah, so this is my new art project. I will probably record some proof of concept stuff and like show work in progress things. So when you see this video, it will probably not be done. Grass texture should not be anything special, really just some scribbly thingies. Also, I'm not sure, I will probably rework the grass texture a few times because, I mean, it doesn't really look like anything. I also already make the side texture of the grass. I have no idea if this works. As I said, it's all kind of just proof of concept right now. My initial art style was actually pretty much like in the image, but I changed it then later for more consistency and to have an easier differentiation between the different block textures. Let's see how it looks. I mean, it looks surprisingly good. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look the way I wanted it to look, but it doesn't look bad. I like this, although I didn't think of the overlay. That's kind of a problem. But actually I want everything to look more like this. I do kind of like how this looks. I do really kind of like how this looks. And I like it. I like it. It looks so cool. Like, look at this. I drew this. I think it looks so cool. Also, sorry for the click sounds, but yeah, it looks so cool. I love this. I wanna make this. I'm so motivated right now. This gives me like so much motivation. We see that my texture here also worked. I'm not really happy with the color thing, but like, so the leaves work and they look kind of cool. I kind of like them. Kind of do like them. Also with the color, I still like them with the color. Although I would love to see them without the color. It looks cool. I like it. I actually like it, kind of. It's looking just as confused as me. Yeah, don't mind the floating things. Those floating things. To fit the original style of the image, I also wanted to remove the colors of the blocks for the ballpoint pen texture pack. Okay, so I think this texture pack, it does, like, without colors, it doesn't look bad. Like, it doesn't look terrible. But I think it looks just very cold. Like, look at the snow here, it just all looks... This snow biome looks warmer than this. Can I just reduce the saturation? It's not no color, but it's like less color. And I think this looks actually more or less the best. Oh yeah, and I completely forgot to mention I remade the crafting table. Oh, it looks cool. It looks cool, it looks amazing. Then you can go in there and be like, oh, and then you get these weird planks, but you can do this and you get... Oh. Then I went ahead and made some more simple building block textures. I still kept the old style from the drawing and didn't count any pixels or something. It looked pretty cool in game. I also made some items for different tools, for apples, and I even made the health bar. And as you can see here, the health bar blinks when you regenerate health, and I even made this texture with ballpoint pens. I really want to go all in and make every possible texture in this art style. Also when you get damaged, the hearts blink. It's so cool. I just want complete immersion into the ballpoint pen texture. And I think I will achieve that at some point. I even made particles for the furnace already. Then I moved on making some textures for the containers, for the container menus. It was actually pretty simple since I just needed a few components and then arranged them in paint.net. I'm not completely done with that yet since I also need some animations for the furnace progress and brewing stand progress bar, but you get the general idea. After that, I started making more actual block textures, and at this point I used a different style. I looked at the textures, how they looked like in Minecraft, and more or less counted the pixels, tried to figure out which pixels are significant, which pixels are which brightness, and then made the textures according to this. This works especially well for differentiating things that normally aren't that different, like for the different wood textures. I think it's easier if I account for the pixels. It just makes it way easier because I just look up the texture, try to figure out which pixels are important, which pixels are which brightness, and can implement it. I do not need to interpret the texture and then think what would the texture look like in real life and then adapt it to my ballpoint pen style. I can just count pixels and estimate brightness. I mean, it's still quite challenging though. With that, I made like 2 new sheets and of textures, and I also remade some old textures. A friend told me he really liked the idea of the texture pack, but it's kind of too depressing when everything's just blue and colorless. So I decided to also start working on another texture pack, which also has a hand-drawn style, but is drawn using Ohuhu and black fine liners. I used a pretty thin sheet for this, and so there was a lot of bleeding between the textures and stuff like that. So I might need to account for that later, but this is just proof of concept. Anyway, I'll explain all of that and more in the showcase clip. A friend recommended me to also make a colorful, or like rather he recommended me to make a colorful texture pack instead of the not colorful, which I made. And I think so far it's actually looking alright. I mean, I'm not sure about the style. Also, I used very thin paper, which means it's basically impossible to keep the color in the lines, like in between the lines, because I'm using Ohuhu, and Ohuhu tend to bleed a lot through the paper. So I need to use thicker paper for that, and that will also allow me to blend things better. Also the leaves, I think it generally looks quite nice. I mean, the colors are very vibrant. Like I made the oak leaves a green texture and not a gray texture. I mean, it's kind of still temporary, but I think it actually looks alright. Like I can make something with this. I like it. I kind of like it. We can also test other texture pack again. Yeah, as you can see, it looks a lot more lifeless. That's also why it's called Lifeless. I mean, I have more texture for this, and I have some textures with which I really like. For example, this texture is cool. I didn't implement all the textures yet, which I showed you in the timelapse previously, because I have a new furnace and a new crafting table. It looks a little bit too bright, this texture pack with shaders. I mean, I could make custom shaders, which instead of displaying this as a darker texture, they add more lines in between, like more cross-hatching and hatching and things like that. Oh my god, no time passed and suddenly I have everything implemented. Okay, great, this is the new crafting table. The texture, this is the old one. Those fit well. Those fit a little less, but I mean, this is also the old style. If we compare this, I think it fits better than this. My favorite block in the game. One of my favorite blocks, visually. I think it also looks okay. And with shaders, yeah, I think it looks acceptable. Also here you can see the furnace comparison. This is old furnace, ignore that it's burning. And this is the new furnace. Also here's a mineshaft which I randomly found, which looks kind of nice. And here is the Stronghold with the stone brick textures. I think it looks surprisingly good. I expected it to look a lot worse actually. I can maybe make this one a little bit brighter. I mean, the problem is, even if I just use a different ballpoint pen, it looks already so much different. I mean, doesn't this just look cool though? Like, I want to complete those so bad. Like, if you look at this looks amazing. It looks so cool. and I really just want to complete this. But yeah, completing the ballpoint pen version will take me a few thousand hours maybe. No, ballpoint pen version I estimated will take me about 1,000 to maybe 1,500 hours, and the other version will probably take me somewhere between 700 and 1,000 hours. Definitely let me know which one you prefer. I mean, this looks so cool. I love this. I could stare at this forever. Oh, this looks so cool. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's amazing. It's so amazing. Oh wait, we need to go get to the library. I forgot. Also, I'm right now playing Minecraft with the touchpad. I think playing with the touchpad is actually really cool. I mean, look at this. We are even lucky, and every item we get, I already made the textures for it. Oh, the library. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. Look at it. Yeah, I will definitely continue both projects, but like, yeah, it looks so crazy. Cool. Also, oak texture needs to be reworked to fit the new texture. Next video will be something else, but after that I will continue this, and I will put a lot of work into this. What is the drown doing? Fishing, great. Okay, anyway, I'm just enjoying this right now. It's not what I came here for. I got other things to do. I got texture packs to finish. I got other artworks to finish. I got stuff to do. We're onto something here. I'm hyped to work on this. I hope I can find a balance with this and other projects. And why can't I just make texture pack 24/7? I love this shader. Actually, it's my favorite shader. The water looks so cool too. Okay, at this point OBS just gave up recording frames properly. It was the outro anyway, and I was having way too much fun. I hope it wasn't boring for you, because I was watching this clip and I didn't want to remove anything because I was so excited about how the textures look and everything. I hope you enjoy this type of content. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. I will continue working on this, and since it's a very big project, I might split it into different parts. For example, I might make one video about where I'll make all the mob textures, or one video where I make all the textures of a specific biome, or maybe you want to use this texture pack for bed wars, so I'll make all the bed wars important textures in the texture pack. Let me definitely know in the comment what you like in this texture pack to be implemented first, then I could also publish it. Also let me know if you prefer the colorless, the lifeless texture pack, or the other one which I make with Ohuhu, and I will continue working on both. I just don't know yet if I will be working on both at the same time, or if I will work on one first and then on the other one. I'm adaptable, so if you have any preferences, just let me know and I see what I can do. So bye, see you next time.